hope you're sitting in front of a fan. Maybe you're in front of an air conditioner. Maybe you're even sitting inside of your tub, surrounded by ice cold bath water. Maybe you're rubbing yourself down with some ice cubes. Maybe you got a little spritz bottle, giving yourself a little shine every here and there. I'll tell you why. Because this is what I like to call a premature heat wave. But it is also what I like to call Friday, May 21st, 2021. It is also what I like to call At Home with James. I am James. You are you. Of course, we are here for another night in the hot, sweaty trenches. I hope you brought a rag, because I didn't bring mine. And even if I did, in no way, shape, or form would I grab a rag and wipe myself down as we broadcast all over. This is how you know we're off to a rough start. Just call me Stuttering Jim today, because I am not in the game. And I would be even less in the game if I had a sweat rag and I was wiping myself down during this show as we broadcast all along the information superhighway. A-E-I-O-U. A-E-I-O-U. Okay, I'm done. My little warm-up is finished. Now, you might be watching, you might be saying, James, you in a bad mood? Yes, I am. Because I don't like summer. I never have, and I'm not quite sure I ever will. What's there to like? Sure, people are maybe dressed a little scantily clad. Sure, you don't need to prepare too much when you leave the house. Sure, you can sit in a park. Guess what? You can sit in a park in the spring and the fall. And if you're a crazy person, in the winter. And it got me thinking. What type of person doesn't like beautiful, sunny weather in which you can enjoy outdoor activities ad nauseum? I'll tell you what type of guy. Type of guy who's getting a little long around the tooth. We got to face the facts, folks. Your old pal, little cutie. I'm becoming a cantankerous old man. Sure, I'm on the verge of turning 34 years old, but that doesn't stop me from inheriting the qualities of most famous grouches and grinches. I don't like summer. I don't want to be outside. I don't want to be in the sun. I want to be in the shade. I don't want to be wearing this shirt right now, despite how fashionable it is. I want to be wearing a hoodie with a flannel beneath and maybe a nice little light jacket on top. I don't want to be wearing shorts with sweat dripping down my knees and thighs and all the other places we're not going to talk about on the air. I want to be wearing a pair of chinos. I don't want to be wearing flip-flops. I want to be wearing a nice pair of sneakers, because I'm an old man now. You might as well call me Pops. That's my new name on this show. Starting tonight, every single person, whether you're in the chat or you're not, I'm Pops from now on. And just to prove to you that I'm getting up there, my time, there ain't much time left for Pops. I went to physiotherapy yesterday. You want to know why? Because I'm having a hard time walking upstairs, walking downstairs, going up hills, going down hills. 33 years old, going on 34 years old. I got a guy telling me my knees. He doesn't like the sound of my knees. I'm an old man. You know what I did today? I went to Canadian Tire for fun. I didn't even have to buy anything. I was walking around, browsing. I was looking at cleaning products, and then I started looking at Crocs. I thought, maybe they're not so bad. Maybe they're comfortable. Comfortable enough for an old timer just like me. But you know what keeps me feeling young? Entertaining the very small masses that tune into this show every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But that's not all that keeps me young. I got to cast the characters and jokers and tricksters and clowns. They keep me feeling young too. Every single guest on this show tonight, younger than me. I'd like to think of myself as almost a father figure to some of these people. Who's on the show tonight? Much later on, a real youngster, Dimitri Kyres. This guy is spry. He's got a bounce to his step. He's got a gleam in his eye. His cholesterol is just right. He'll be here later on. Who else is here? Steph Mercier Voyer, right? Another youthful soul. She comes in dancing and hipping and hopping. And what do? I turn away because I don't get it. She's got this song on that doesn't quite click for me. She's talking about the dating scene. What's in? What's out? Is it a penis? I don't know. She'll be here too. Keeps me feeling young. You know who else is here? Sarah Deshaies is here. And you know what? Sarah is as youthful as she is responsible. Not only does she maintain a full-time job with extracurricular work on the side, in addition to that, she finds time for fun. Whereas me, Pops, there ain't no time for fun. You know what's fun to me? Once this show ends, I'm going to sit on my couch and I'm going to watch 4 hours of Law and Order. That's fun to me. You know what? I might even have a popsicle. That's what I'm going to do to stay young, is hang out with all my guests and you, the audience. Thanks so much for being here. We've got ourselves a dilly of a pickle, so why wait? That's the question you might be asking yourself. If you're saying, James, are you going to stop complaining and bring on the first guest? Yes, I'm going to. Now, coming up right now is a segment that we only do in very special cases. This is one of those cases. You see, in the month of January, this person gave us dating predictions for 2021. It is almost halfway through the year, and we are going to look and see if any of these predictions have come true, or alternatively, if they are on the verge of coming true. Get ready for the return of COVID-69 with Steph, Mercier, Voyer.
Can I dance for you? Would that be cool? Can I dance for you? Would that be cool? Butterflies in my stomach. Butterflies in my...
Okay, so I see that it sounds like you've coordinated some of the dance moves. The butterflies in my stomach part, you began to tap away on your tum-tum.
You know, after a year, you got to step it up. You know, I got to listen.
Look,
And
it's about time you start following some of the dance moves that might be indicated in the song through lyrics. Steph, this is quite an outfit you've got on. May I say, at the moment, that you look groovy, baby. That was supposed to be Austin Powers. It was supposed to be Austin Powers. Yeah, right? That's Austin Powers, right? That's what he's known for. He says, groovy, baby. Right?
That's better. Yeah,
right?
that's what he says.
Yeah.
Famously so.
Famously.
Yeah.
Steph, welcome
How's
back.
it going? I like your shirt too.
What's that now?
I like your shirt.
Oh, thank you so much. Would you say that I'm looking groovy, baby? Like the impersonation.
Yes, for someone who plays drummer.
The impersonation started bad, got a little better, then went worse than the first. Look, Steph,
Tanking.
I'm not ready for summer. How are you enjoying today's weather?
I spent most of the day outside on my little couch, and I came back inside hours later, fully drenched in sweat. And the AC was blasting in my apartment, so that felt great.
Okay, so you're staying calm, cool, and collected. You were back with us tonight to touch base on something that we talked about. Is there a spirit in your home? Yeah. Steph, I'm going to put this out there. You seem a little frazzled at the moment. You're looking down. Is there a invader in your home?
No, my background was just moving a little, and I feel like there is a sound delay between us that's making this a bit awkward.
You know what? For me, there's no delay, but this is the thing about live broadcasting, Steph. You got to roll with the punches, right?
Okay.
Roll with the punches.
I'm fine.
You're someone, let's put it out there. You like to be prepared. You like to know what's going on. This is where, Steph, I want you to put on your little improv hat and trust that everything's going to be okay. There we go. 6 months ago,
I'm not worried.
Okay, well, I'm glad. 6 months ago, Steph, you gave us your dating predictions for this year. Now, it's only fair that we revisit these to see which have come true, which have not come true, and which might still come true. Steph, the floor is yours.
I must say, I am quite impressed with myself, James. Or should I say, Pops? Is that what we're calling you now?
Call me Pops, kid.
Please never call me kid again.
All right, you got it, kiddo.
Oh, that I love. Kiddo. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know if you remember, but back in January, I made these predictions and I divided them into quarters because I am a corporate person now. And that's how people do it in the corporate world.
Sure.
And I said that I would come back every quarter to do a review. And then, I don't know, life happened. I got my tonsils out. Didn't have time. So let's review them. First quarter. You ready?
I'm more than ready.
I said that the beginning of the year will be much the same as the year before. So we're talking rice gloves, vetting people before going on dates, Zoom dates, glory holes, role playing, and mask play.
Right. Now, a lot of these touch on things that you were, shall I say, experimenting with at this time last year. And I have to say that your predictions seemingly have come true about first quarter. You did it, champ.
Yeah, first quarter, but first quarter ends at the end of March, right? And I think before the end of March, people started to flip into my predictions for the second quarter, which was dating apps, people putting vaccinated in their bios.
Okay, now I'm not someone that uses these so-called apps. Is that what's happening, Steph? Are you connected to the app world?
Yes, I am on the app world, and I have this app that shows me people based in the US, and in the US, that's been happening since the first quarter, people putting vaccinated in their bios. Here, however, I'm only starting to see it. I've seen a couple people posting full photos with like needle in the arm.
Enticing.
How much proof do I need that you're vaccinated? For all I know, this is like the flu shot or
heroin.
Like, yes.
Right?
It could be.
Yep.
You're right. It could be drugs.
You don't know. This is what keeps me away from these dating apps, Steph, is you don't know who you're talking to, right? Maybe you're talking to someone vaccinated, or maybe you're talking to a junkie.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. So that was one of my second quarter predictions, and I had vaccination porn.
Now, when you say vaccination porn, do you mean pornographic films that are inspired by vaccinations? Like, hey, little cutie, I got myself a needle. Do you want to get jiggy with it?
Yes.
Now, this is why I was never nominated for Best Screenplay at the AVN Awards, and that dirty young man, Dimitri Kyres, was.
See, I wanted to ask him if he, I feel like he's more in the know of what's happening in the porn world because he's a nominated writer. But so I don't really know if there's been a lot of vaccination porn, but I do think the sentence, I want to jab you so hard, would sound good for me. And
well, how about this? I'll check in with him later on. We can either confirm or deny whether or not that line of dialogue has made it in. But at the same time, maybe he's got his nose to the ground and he can tell me whether or not, hey, little lady, saw you got your vaccination. You ready to get jiggy with it?
Yeah, that also is a good line. You know what, James? I think it could make a career out of this.
You know what? I know a guy in the industry. Perhaps I can find my legs beneath me. Okay, so once again, it sounds like you've certainly been on a roll with accurate predictions and assessments.
So the other one was a syringe-shaped dildo. Can neither confirm or deny, but I still think it's a good idea.
Okay, now that would be a very thick syringe, right? In order to give optimum pleasure.
Yes, the thicker, the better.
All right. Now, that's what it would say on the box, right? Hey, did you see this one? Oh, thicker, the better. And then they'd put the one that they were originally going to buy down.
I think the shape of a syringe dildo would be good for, what's the thing? Like when people like glue it to the floor and then they like sit on it in their butt. Again, Dimitri could be helpful because I don't know
this seems out of my realm. I didn't know people were attaching sex devices to the floor.
Here's what happens. I'll demonstrate.
Oh, here we go.
So it's kind of a like lower.
Yeah, before you do this, can I say, viewers, don't try this at home.
It would be like it's usually a suction thing, and then they lower themselves on it.
You know what I have to say to that?
Did you put a farting noise?
Look, right now it's Friday. That's when things get a little silly in the booth. Things get a little wacky, right? We might hear a boing, right? So you're saying that's what people do with those type of pleasure devices?
Yeah, and I think a video where someone sits on one of those, but it's a syringe.
Yeah, this sounds like I'll be honest, it sounds like a Steve-O video from the Jackass series. I'm just waiting for him to go, my name's Steve-O, welcome to Jackass. This is the ass vaccination. And then he's just dipping himself up and down.
James, that reminds me, you were the only person I've ever met who wanted to get vaccinated in the ass instead of the arm.
Yeah, now out of context, this sounds a little, again, it's Friday, we're getting wacky with it, right? The reason for that was I believe that I had more fatty mass on my derriere than I did on my tiny arm. But ultimately, it didn't work out that way. I got it old school, which is the arm. They give it to me old school style.
Love it. Okay, so these were my predictions for the first two quarters, which would end now. But I'd like to explore some of the third and fourth quarters because I think they are already happening. And they will happen sooner than I expected.
Yep.
So third quarter, I said, people will start dating older people who've already been vaccinated. Here's the thing, James. I have been dating older people for about 15 years now.
All right. Now, Steph, if you don't mind my asking, right? Because I'm an old timer, so no matter who comes on this show, there's nothing to worry about. I'm going to be older than you. Steph, can you tell us how old you are for the viewers that don't know? Of course, I know because we celebrated your birthday last year, and it was a pivotal one. How old are you?
I am 30.
30. Okay, so now...
One in less than 2 months.
All right, well, there's still time for... Look, I remember when I turned 31. Anyways, what I want to know is, as a 30-year-old, how old are you willing to go with someone who is vaccinated?
Well, now it's different because like people are vaccinated. Like I'm vaccinated, people my age are vaccinated, so like I don't have to go that old anymore.
Yeah. Well, let's say you weren't vaccinated. How old would you go?
I would say it depends on the state of the person, physical state.
Right. So if they were in one of those motorized rascals, you'd be like, it's a no for me, dog.
I think I could go as high as 55.
55. Now, I'll tell you something about these 55-year-old guys, right?
Yeah.
They're the guys that make me feel young. They keep me young, right? But look, I've committed myself to a life of getting old. You're going to see me with those guys. We're going to be putting on shows that I'm going to join the Lakeshore Players. I'm going to be doing theater in the West Island. That's me and the old timers, Ronnie and Glenn and Dimitri. All the old timers.
Can I ask, what did they say about your knee?
What did they say about my knee? They said my knees are in the shape that they're in because my hips are not in good shape and my pelvis is also in bad shape. So I'm falling apart here, Steph.
James, you're talking to someone who literally shattered their whole pelvis and
but you fell off of a wall. I'm just useless. Right?
I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up with some stuff. If I can do it, James, you can.
All right, there's the testimonial. Okay, let's get back on track here.
Okay, so that was third quarter. That was my only prediction. Now let's get to fourth quarter, which was what are months? It was October to December, if that's how quarters work.
Yep.
So I had sex parties.
Yeah.
I see Instagram people. It looks like it's happening to me.
Okay, so you believe that your projection was final quarter, and you think that it has been expedited, and these so-called sex parties are already taking place with
yeah, already taking place, and I think a lot more will take place this summer.
Yeah,
especially
can you
once
imagine?
the curfew is lifted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if we sent you on special assignment to one of these parties?
I've done this. I did an article for Vice in 2013.
But this we put a hidden camera on you, right? And by hidden camera, I mean you put zoom on your phone, and you have a little pocket with a little hole that we cut out. I'll put Dave in charge of that. And you go to these parties. You're there to unearth the seedy underbelly of these COVID sex events.
I like that you assume I'm wearing clothes and have pockets for this sex party.
But because you have to be someone who no one would suspect, so we're gonna send you there as a janitor.
And right? What am I cleaning during the sex party, James?
I suspect there's a lot to clean up there, right? There's a lot of bodily fluids. There's people probably spill some snacks. There's probably vegetable thin crumbs on the ground. Someone's dropping like paper plates and plastic cups and stuff.
Right? Wait, please.
Yeah.
I need you to describe.
Look, back in my day, the sex parties were there was a lot of snacks, right? You had vegetable thins, wheat thins, a lot of cheeses. We had
dips.
What's that?
You have dips?
So many dips, right? But it was only like the Philadelphia cream cheese dips. This is before the dip boom of 2010. Back in my day, that's what they were all for. But I'm an old timer.
Oh, that sounds really lovely, James.
Yeah.
Like a great sex party. So part of my predictions, which now that I read it again, I'm confused as to why I thought those were two different things and deserve separate bullet points.
Yeah.
Orgies was another thing.
Well, hold on. When you go to a sex party, you can probably still do non-sexy things, right? You can hang out at the back. People probably smoke cigarettes and drink Red Bull. At an orgy, it's no nonsense, right? You walk in through the dungeon doors, right? You're with me? You walk in through the dungeon doors, and there's like a walk-through shower, right? You gotta clean yourself off. You gotta
like Coca-Cola things at La Rome. They just
exactly, yeah. There you go. You get it, and it's no nonsense, right? Maybe the only thing maybe some erotic masks.
Yes, erotic masks, which are shaped like dildos. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I am obsessed with your concept of a sex party where there's just a guy chugging Red Bull in the back, not having.
I'm telling you, back in my day, they were different, right? But times have changed, right? I'm still trying to keep up with the times there, Steph. Anyways, keep on going with your list there, sport.
Okay, so then the last item, which will be a consequence of the previous ones, was a spike in STDs.
Yeah, which is it's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate, but that I am pretty sure is going to happen.
Yeah. Now, are any in particular that you think are going to skyrocket?
I was hoping for like crabs to make a comeback, like in a big way. Because
you know what? If crabs came back, you know what I would say? I'd say groovy, baby.
Here's why I think they might be making a comeback. So this might be an urban legend, but I had heard that they had left because people started shaving their pubic hairs.
Yeah.
So that's why crabs kind of fell off the erotic earth.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people have let things grown out during quarantine.
I'll tell you what, and I heard that too, and I thought to myself, you know what? It's nice to see some of the youngsters doing what people like me and the other old timers are doing. You know what we say? We say, let the garden grow.
Let the garden grow. Yes, James. Amen.
Yeah.
So I think crabs might be making a comeback. I hope, like, I'm not looking to get herpes.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing against it. It's just not for me.
Sure, yeah.
What would be the one that you would love to get.
Oh, the one that I would love to get?
Yeah, it's like Pokemons. You got to catch them all.
Oh, you know what? I think I'd probably go with Mud Butt.
Is that diarrhea?
Yeah, it's a diarrhea from snacking during intercourse. So, you know, when you're at the sex party, right, there's a lot of craft singles and canned aerosol cheese sprays. And I'll tell you what, those cheeses do a number on my stomach. And that's why I've been taking these antacid tablets. I take 2 before bed. I sleep like a baby. I learned that from some of the other old timers.
I am so confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it though. I love it. I don't know, James, that you eating a lot of dairy would qualify as an STD.
Oh, I'll tell you what. You tell it to my doctor.
Okay.
Right. When you get to be my age, you start visiting the doctor more often.
Sure. I mean, I am obsessed with doctors. I went to the hospital the other day, James. Oh, you and I should hang out there. It's the best.
Oh, I can't wait for hospitals to reopen. It's been a long time since I've had a hospital BLT.
Oh God, I went there and they gave me a little bed for a couple hours while I waited for my surgery. I just laid there and I was like, this is probably my favorite place on earth. I love, and it sounds maybe like
yeah, you know, a lot of kids, they go, I want to go to Disneyland. And some kids are like, no, I want to go to Hawaii. Other kids are like, I want to go to the hospital.
Take me to the hospital over anything else. So I was just lying there napping while I can hear like some light shuffle in the background, which is, oh, it feels so nice when you're napping. And then I was cold. They brought a hot blanket.
Oh, that I think you've got yourself a product here is a simulated hospital stay. So you get a hospital pillow, a hospital blanket, and you get a hospital ambient noise CD that you can put on.
It's so nice. And they wouldn't let me eat or drink water. So they brought me some crushed ice. Oh, so lovely.
I'll tell you what.
A blast.
Look,
when you fentanyl, and that was a really nice way to wrap things up at the end.
Look, and that feels like a great way to wrap up this entire segment, Steph. So before we let you go, if you had to make one last prediction for what is to come, anything new that you'd like to add to the list?
I think.
Now remember, not counting Mud Butt, that one's mine.
No, that one's yours. I think saying "groovy baby" is gonna pick up this year. I think.
I love it.
The catchphrase of the summer. We're bringing back Austin Powers catchphrases.
All right. You just sealed it. We're going to do Austin Powers night on the show where every guest needs to dress like Austin Powers.
Oh, that's really good. I like that.
Done. We're going to do that for Weird Week. Great. Steph, look, thanks so much for being here. And I wish you the best of luck with any type of elder that you find yourself with romantically in the coming days, weeks, months.
Are you free or no?
Am I free? Well, I might be a little old for you.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Can I dance for you? Would that be cool?
You know, every time I think I'm over this dancing, and sometimes I am, but then without fail, at the tail end, something really rattles me to my core. I'm going to have to shake that off. We're about to welcome our next guest. You can hear her every weekday morning on the Andrew Carter Morning Show, CJD 800 AM on the AM dial, as the radio people like to say. Let's welcome Sarah Deshaies to the show. Sarah, welcome back. Oh, I've caught you in a moment of beautifying.
Oh, hi. Yes. Hi. Hi, James. How are you?
I am doing well. You look glamorous and refreshed.
Thank you so much.
Now, can I make a prediction? Are you having a brisk iced tea? Or is that
no, iced tea is for losers.
Oh, well, I had an iced tea earlier today. So
well, thank you for making my point.
Well, Sarah, I have never encountered you in such a feisty manner. You are ready for the summer, aren't you? I can tell.
Totally.
This is summer, Sarah. You've got the chic sunglasses on. You've got a new do. You're drinking, and you might be one of the last guests to have not insulted me, who has now insulted me. This means you are officially part of the at-home family. Come on in, make yourself at home. Don't wipe your shoes. Sarah, thanks for being here tonight. Welcome to the weekend, as they say on the radio. Am I right?
Wow, there's nothing we love talking about more on the radio than the weather and the weekend and the arrival of the weekend and how close we are to the weekend.
Yeah.
That's all we like to talk about.
Well, on that note, I'd be remiss, Sarah, because you've done this in the past. What's the weather looking like for this weekend? The people are dying to know.
Yeah, it's a real mess, to be honest with you. And it's been changing like every 12 hours. I haven't checked in 12 hours. Today, we were supposed to go up to a high of 30. I think the humidex high was 32. Where did you think we were at?
I always look at the feels like, because I believe that is a more accurate assessment of the weather. So to me, it felt like 40 outside. You know, it was unpleasant for a guy of my age.
Yeah, you're feeling it in the knees, I assume.
I'm feeling it. I think I've got arthritis. I might even have a touch of osteoporosis, you know. But that's why, Sarah, that's why I wanted to bring you on.
Right.
Because it's people like you that keep me feeling youthful. Because not only do you stay busy, I said off the top of the show, you're productive to the highest form, but you manage to give yourself room to have fun. Now, Sarah, I'm putting you on the spot here. We didn't plan anything.
No.
I need to know, how do you stay so youthful?
I find that so hard to believe because, to be honest with you, I've always been like a really old soul.
Yeah,
I was the kind of kid who would rather read books than like play with super soakers. So I've always been a pretty like crotchety type of person. But I'd love to tell you how I've been feeling my age. And you and I are close.
Okay. We are, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe not mentally.
No, maybe not mentally. And by maybe, I mean certainly.
So I've been feeling my age lately, and because we are the millennial generation, right? We're like, we came after Gen X, I want to say, but we're not Gen Z, and our parents are boomers. So we're really feeling our generation, especially during COVID, because there's literally nothing else to talk about besides doom and gloom and the very real threats and how
which you are surrounded by
to our core on every level. What?
You're surrounded by that doom and gloom all the time, of course, working in the media and news industry. So it's kind of your job to stay informed on all of the bad news at all times.
Right. Which includes the fact that millennials are now getting mocked for being millennials by the next generation. I'm not sure if you're aware of this. It happened a few weeks ago. Every single woman I've spoke to, I'm sure if I discussed this with Stephanie, it would come up too, that Gen Zers, the people below us, have been posting on TikTok about how skinny jeans are out, center parts are also out. It's all about side parts and mom jeans and voluminous jeans now. And really, it's like our generation is like, whoa, we're feeling our age because someone younger than us, with a real vocabulary and ability to form sentences, is poking fun at our thoughts. And that's so real. That's a real.
Now, do you feel that millennials are threatened by the generation below? Because I'll put this, I have always felt like there is kind of two sections of millennials. There is kind of the early to mid 30s, and then there's that point beforehand. To me, millennials have always felt there's a kind of a mixed bag. Now, my position is I think that both generations are losers. Now, do you feel that millennials are being like, oh no, we're being knocked off of our perch of the coolest?
I think this is the part of the reality of growing up, is when you realize, oh, the things that I hold so close to my heart, the things I value dearly, are now being mocked by someone else. Like when people at work talk about how much they love Marianne on Gilligan's Island. I go,
you're like, take it down a notch, you old fart, right? Because kids love to call the kids are always calling me that. They're saying, check out this old fart, right? I get it. I know how they feel.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that it is, and of course it is, it's inevitable for us to become the old timers.
Yeah.
Now, what was it? There's the Gen Z kids. They're picking on the millennials, right? Now, to me, it seems like all of these, like specifically fashion choices, they're often inspired by other generations. So, it seems like a lot of millennials, but also Gen Zers, they're all about 90s fashion now. Gigantic pants, crappy white sneakers. It's all about looking like they might be 12 years old.
So specifically, my problem with this is that I remember all this fashion when I was like in grade 5 and grade 6.
Correct. Yeah. And this is where we are beginning to be dated, Sarah.
Yeah. And I think what stings, like if I can get real for a second.
I would love nothing more.
I'm definitely valuing this comeuppance and realizing like we're getting a little bit older and someone might look at you on the street or see you on the bus and think you're not as trendy as you used to be. What gives me comfort is that I know the next generation is going to be poked fun of.
Yeah.
By whoever comes next.
Yeah.
And I think I lost my train of thought. What is so fascinating is to think about how when I was a kid, I would look at like what Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears would be wearing and thinking that looks so unachievable and so uncomfortable.
Yeah,
like,
now everyone walking up Boulevard Saint Laurent is dressed like a genie in the bottle. You got to rub me the right way.
Like, guys, we brought in the skinny jeans with high waists. You should roll with that. It's so much more comfortable.
But hold on, let me back up for a second here. This whole mom jeans thing, like that was in like 7 years ago. Mom jeans. I remember not to get crass here, but mom butt was very in, right? I'm not crazy. Mom butt was a huge craze up and down the busy streets.
I'm no fashion expert, but I think things kind of take hold for a while and then they kind of come back and resurgence, for like a little bit at a time. And so, so to some extent, like a version of mom jeans has existed for a long time, but there was specifically a backlash against skinny jeans. And skinny jeans is what was cool when I went to CEGEP and graduated and I had 12 years of wearing a uniform behind me. And skinny jeans felt so liberating and like so cool after wearing like a uniform for so many years. And now they're like, they're not cool. You should wear baggy jeans. But I feel like an old lady because I'm just like, you can't wear lowrider jeans. Lingerie as a dress is not cool. And your clothing is too baggy. But I have to say, when they do wear baggy clothing, they do look fairly comfortable.
Yeah, look,
tie-dye, sweatpants.
Here's what I think. I think you follow your bliss, you wear whatever you want, you leave everyone alone, and you judge silently. Because that's what I do. I'm walking down the street, I go, give me a break. That's all I think in my brain. But they're saying the same. They're saying, who's this old timer in his pineapple shirt? That's what they're saying about me, right? Or some people refer to me as, quote, loser.
And how does that make you feel?
You know what? Not that bad. Not that bad, really. Not that bad. Look.
I think what you're trying to say is a very millennial sentiment, kind of a boomer sentiment too, which is live, laugh, love.
Live. I want people to live their lives with slogans that you might find in someone you're dating their mom's kitchen. That's what I would want.
Yeah.
Right?
The Gen Zers are coming for the quotes on the walls, by the way, apparently.
Oh yeah, they're coming for it. Yeah. I'll be sure to stay posted on those current events. Now, Sarah, look, summer's on the way. Mm-hmm. It's hot and it's sweaty. Is there anything you're looking forward to this summer outside of wearing tight jeans?
Not a thing.
Not a thing, hey?
I don't like the heat. I guess I'm looking forward to being in parks. I'm kind of looking forward to normalcy and not worrying about catching COVID-19 for sure. I think that feeling is gonna be great. But at the same time, like, as much as it's been a really difficult time for a lot of people, for mostly everybody, I've kind of liked how laid back it's been. And I hope to kind of keep some of that coming into the next phase of life.
Sarah, I got to tell you something. I heard that answer. You're like, I'm not looking forward to summer. It's too hot. I just want to relax. I don't want to get COVID. Sarah, I introduced you as someone being youthful, and I hate to say it, but I think you might be an old crank just like me.
No.
I'm sorry to tell you, you're there, you're drinking. What you are drinking out of there is a big mom cup right now. And look, Sarah, I got to tell you, I had a hard
bottle in a glass cup.
I had a hard time coming to terms with it too. I thought, I'm with it. I'm hip. I know what I'm doing. I'm here. I'm there. I'm everywhere. Sarah, look, I got to tell you, you're looking at your future right now. And I am your future. I am the grim face of what is to come. I'm going to tell you something. Before you know it, you're going to be sitting in somebody's backyard in the West Island, maybe wearing some capri pants, reading a book, and you might even nod off. I'm telling you. And you're gonna be saying, you know what? For a while, I didn't like Michael Bublé, but I think I like this song.
No, stop.
All right, to tell you, Sarah.
I don't want to hear it.
What's that? Hold on. I can hear it. One of us. One of us. One of us.
Okay, no. Michael Bublé came on in the car the other day, and I thought to myself, I think I have to be 55 to enjoy this. I did have that feeling last week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be honest with you. But you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe it's time to embrace aging and just go with the flow.
Why not? We were complaining.
And wine is there to help.
Before you know it, on your wall, there's going to be a novelty clock that says wine o'clock, right? Now, Sarah, you have to answer, and you have to answer truthfully because I know the answer. And this is what's going to make or break whether or not you truly are one of us. Confirm or deny you've spent many Sundays at the Siegel Center for Performing Arts. Your fate rests on this answer.
That was a low blow. That was a low.
Look, Sarah, you start this segment off calling me a loser. We have to try to, you know what? I think this is our first fight. Right?
Yeah, I like to hang with the old people at the Siegel Center. They're really nice, and there's free coffee and arugula. What is there to know?
Okay, so you're talking about, well, I'm going to go on a Sunday. There's free this, there's coffee, right? You might as well go to church, Sarah. The people at the Siegel Center for Performing Arts, those folks are north of 60.
But they're cool.
You know who else says stuff like that? You know who else says stuff like that? Other old timers, right? Look, you're not alone. I'm with you right here.
Okay, maybe you're right.
You're in good company, right? You got me, you got the other old timers from the Siegel Center.
Let's move to Florida.
Look, you know what? I'll tell you why it wouldn't work for us. Too hot, right?
No, you're right. Okay. We're going to find a trailer park.
Oh, okay.
In the townships. We'll get a trailer.
Yeah.
And we'll get a golf cart.
Yeah.
And I will learn to drive it because we'll forget about that incident with the golf cart that one time.
My pen is ready. You send me the papers. I'm going to sign my name on the dotted line to go co-ownership on a golf cart with you.
You know what? I think that this could be great. We could retire today and become old people Instagram influencers.
Yeah.
We will document our lives, going to bingo, eating dinner at 5:00, living in our trailer park with our golf cart, and we will shill for diabetes medicine and compression socks.
Oh, I can't wait for I've already got my eyes on a couple different pairs, but
they'll call us geriatric influencers.
Look.
And we'll go on TikTok.
And I'll say this to you right now. I no longer need to worry if heaven exists because you just confirmed that it did. Sarah, one final question.
Yes.
Are you going to be, and again, this might sway me, but do you think you're going to be a little pooped after you finish that drink, a little tired?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm already thinking about how much water I'm going to have to drink after this.
And what time did you wake up this morning?
3:15.
And what radio station do you work for?
CJD 800, the voice of Montreal.
What would you say the key demographic is?
Where are you going with this? I don't like this.
Sarah?
I don't like this.
I need to know that I've got another old timer with me. And I'll tell you why. Because before this show started, I felt so alone. And now I don't anymore.
Yes, James. I will grow old with you.
I'm going to give you one. I'm ready for it. I'm going to give you one thing that's going to make you feel youthful. We're going to bring it all the way back around. With this compliment, you're going to be sent back into the loving arms of a young society. Coming in from the chat right now, quote, Sarah looks effing cool. Right? Sarah, thanks so much for being here. I appreciate it. I'll see you when I see you at the golf carts.
I'll send you the paperwork, okay?
I can't wait. I'll sign it. First payment's on me.
You, me, and the trailer park.
You, me, and the trailer
and bingo.
park. That's you, me, the trailer park, and bingo is also the name of my next Fringe show.
I can't.
Take it easy, Sarah. Thanks again. Look, you blame me for wanting what I would refer to as an ally, right? I don't want to be. I'm in this. I spend 14 hours a day alone in my apartment. Nobody cares. If I croaked, no one would come to check on me because they're all too busy texting, posting TikTok videos, boomerangs on Instagram, thirst traps, a day on the town. I still see people outside out and about corner of St. Catherine Street and Mountain getting ready to do some shopping at Holt Renfrew. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. But that's only after we welcome our next guest. You want to talk about youthful enthusiasm? Well, this youngster, he embodies everything about that. Let's welcome our third and final guest. It's Dimitri Kyres. Dimitri. Dimitri?
Hey, James. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Where are you coming to us from tonight? I thought you were at home.
I'm live at the sex club, James. I got my janitor outfit on, and we're here doing the wild reporting that you dreamed of, James. We're here for it.
Hold on here. You're at the sex club that Steph predicted would be a thing?
Yeah, you set me on this. I got my broom, James. I'm here with live sexy singles. They're super, super hot and excited. They're all bothered, James, and they're really excited.
What's going on behind you there?
Well, I can ask him. I'm here to get the scoop, and I'm here to find out. There's the feeling in here is electric, James. Absolutely amazing. It's like people have been cooped up for 2 years, and they're ready to get out again and sow that field, if you understand what I'm talking about, James.
Well, it hasn't been 2 years, though.
Feels like 2 years. Some would even go so far as a millennium, James. Certainly speaking, the youthful spirit is alive and well in this club right now, James.
All right, so I want you to be careful. You are undercover right now. I don't want your cover to be blown. You are at a sex club now. Can you tell us, Dimitri, what neighborhood are you in?
Right now, I am, of course, in the horniest place in Montreal. It is the Plateau.
Of course, yeah, that checks out. So how did you find your way into this sex club, if you don't mind my asking? And remember, try to keep your cover pure.
As easy as 1, 2, 3, James. You always follow the trail of cum. The trail of cum will always bring you to where you need to go, James. So I just followed.
The trail of what?
Sorry, am I coming in loud and clear? I'm sorry, the EDM is very loud in here, James.
Yeah, you said that you followed the trail of what?
The trail of cum. Sperm. James, it's a streak as far as the eye can see. The Golden Trail, some would call it, the Silk Road. You follow it, and it always leads you to greener pasture. But instead of prosperous, rich China, we are in the beautiful, beautiful, seedy underbelly of the Plateau. Formerly a sauna, and formerly before that, the mayor's office, and before that, a public pool. But now tonight, a sex dungeon.
All right, so it's a sex dungeon?
Oh, absolutely. People have been cooped up for so long, James, that this is like going back into the womb. Sorry, but going back to a place that's comfortable, James. They want to be inside without any windows and feeling like they're absolutely safe, aka the dungeon aspect.
Okay, so can you tell us, are you safe right now?
Oh, James, I'm as you could say I'm in bondage.
What did you just cop a feel?
Excuse me?
Look like you just copped a feel on that lady.
Did I? My God.
Yeah, you did. Is it dark in there? You know,
pitch black, and you know it doesn't help that I'm wearing sunglasses as well, James.
Look, it looks like people are touching, as the kids say, all up on each other.
Oh,
that lady was absolutely unaffected by your touch. She just kept doing what she was doing.
Well, it's absolutely debaucherous in here, James. I can't express enough how youthful and exciting it is in here. In fact, without an exaggeration, I can slip in to this makeout session behind me, and neither of these partners would know that the partner has changed places. They wouldn't even be bothered by it.
Don't do that because your cover is going to be blown. Now, how did you find your way into the club?
Well, I'm a janitor, James.
Right.
I'm here to clean up.
It required no finesse, no finagling, no fibbing.
No, I mean they really need guys like me here tonight. I can't express it enough. Have you ever seen a volcano erupt?
On film.
Well, brother, you're about to see it live.
No, you're telling me there's going to be some type of explosion on the show?
Come, squirt, jism, stuff that comes out of the human body, James, and it's coming out in plenty. And let me just tell you, it's quite a sight to behold. It's like the eighth wonder of the world, James. Everyone in unison having a great time, and honestly, I'm kind of here for it. I want to thank you again for sending me out on this.
Yeah, I don't know how this happened, if I'm being frank, right? Me and
I'm going to move to another room, James.
Well, you're okay, so there are more rooms. You're telling us there are more rooms, be safe.
Moving into another room now, James.
Yeah.
This one's a little bit more electric. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Absolutely debaucherous. These two gentlemen behind me love to have a great time. And let's just say, I love to have a great time too. James?
Now, did you get their names?
Anthony and Steele.
Now, it looks like one of them is mourning the passing of someone who passed away. They've got a black armband on.
Oh, no, that's...
Do you have any information of what happened?
Well, COVID-19 has hit many pretty hard. So, tonight is a funeral. Obviously, we mourn...
Wait, that's a funeral?
Well, yeah, this is the funeral room, actually, James. We're all mourning the deaths of the 2 years that we didn't have fucking. It's 2 years we'll never get back. We've buried that 6 feet deep, and honestly,
right.
we're mourning that, and we're mourning the best way we can, James. Can you think of how?
Okay, so that room is a memorial for the 2 years that were, and again, 2 years spent not making love.
Yeah, exactly, James. Anthony and Steele are absolutely two fine gentlemen that are honestly just looking to break free and have a hell of a lot of fun.
Now, can I ask you, who is that to your right? Who is who?
To my right?
Yes.
Oh,
no, that would be your left.
Right. So, hard to tell direction in here. Flesh and
you
body is.
You have it now. You have it now. You're face to face with him.
So I got it correctly here. Yes.
Yes.
This gentleman over here. This is obviously Steele. You can tell.
Now, can you tell me what is going on below his waistline? Because none of us can see.
It's a full-on erection, James.
All right.
It's full on. And then Steele.
So you're telling me that is that erection is in memoriam.
Yeah, it's in a memoriam erection actually, and what better way to pay homage to those that we lost, those being time, of course, than honestly just pitching a tent.
All right, now are there other rooms? You're telling me there are more rooms at this sex party?
I can keep moving, James. I can keep moving. Are you getting what you need from this right now?
Of course, yeah. This is fascinating.
All right, this is the room where this is a room where everybody kind of refreshes and gets ready for the next leg of the journey.
You're telling me people are still doing that at the sex parties? It's not just back in my day.
Oh no, people. Oh well, no. No. People are still into it, James. And this guy's a thirsty son of a bitch.
Yeah, this guy is a giant.
This is a colossus, and let's just say this colossus can drink.
All right. Yeah. What else is going on?
All right. Let's keep moving, James, because I can't stay in this room. It absolutely.
Yeah. I would prefer if you left. I don't want you to get crushed.
I'm absolutely. It stinks in here. All right. We're just gonna move to one room here. Oh my God! Sorry, James. Oh my God! Sorry about that. We'll keep moving here.
So it's the second. Yeah,
oh my. Oh my God. Okay, so these two people are fornicating right now, James. These two people are fornicating.
They're not fornicating.
Oh, they're fornicating. All right, James.
Wait.
These two people are fornicating as we speak.
It looks like the last room you were in was closer to fornication than this.
Well, fornication is subjective, honestly. Love making as well. Everybody has their own definition of what love is. Sometimes light touching is love, and then sometimes
they look unflapped by you being there.
And you know what? It's 2021. We've been alone and we haven't had the feel of touch in such a long time that people are desensitized to it. For them, I'm a mere spider on the wall, enjoying the show. I'm a fly buzzing around. I'm a moth hungry for the flame. And these two people are just doing what's natural, James.
Now, can I ask you, how do you feel being here? Is this getting you aroused? Are you excited? Is this tough for you to maintain this undercover peace?
Well, as a reporter, James, I try to go into all my adventures non-biasedly, but it is tough for me in this particular situation. I am human. I have blood that pumps through my veins, and I have a heart that beats at the tempo of love. It's a song we all know the lyrics to.
Yeah.
With that said, James, Yes, I have a full-on erection right now.
Oh, so you as well.
Yes, I'm absolutely pitching a tent, and I'm here for it, James. And without, I don't want to influence you because, again, I'm here unbiasedly. I'm just here reporting it. You'd have a lot of fun here. I've been hearing you talk all night about, being old and getting out of touch. James, let's just say there's a lot of touch here tonight.
You're telling me they'd let an old guy like me in the sex club?
Absolutely. You ever heard of the daddy kink?
The what?
Excuse me? Are you coming in
Who?
loud?
Yeah, the what?
Did you hear that all right?
Say it again.
Let's just say there's a certain kind of kink, James, that you might be apt or interested in.
What is it now?
It's the, let's just say like an older gentleman like yourself is kind of coveted in scenes like this. A gray-haired silver fox.
Are you talking about a DILF?
Say again, you cut out? Say again?
Are you talking about...
Still there? I lost him.
Are you...
No, keep going. I lost my best friend. Yeah.
No, Dimitri, are you there?
Oh, got you back?
Yeah, are you referring to a DILF?
Can't hear you, James.
Are you talking about a DILF?
D? What are you saying?
D-I-L-F.
Oh, DILF.
Yeah, you know what that stands for, right, Dad? I'd like fun.
Whoa, sorry, James. Sorry, the guitar solos are starting now. Sorry about that. Somebody who's shredding on guitar just entered the room.
Well, look, we all know that rockers love sex.
Sorry, this guy just entered the room and he started shredding. Did you say DILF? Dad,
Yeah.
Dad, I'd like to have some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, James. You can find that here. There's a lot of people who'd like to have fun with
But are you
dads.
saying I would fall into that category?
I think so. Have you started putting money into your 401k?
Yes.
Yeah, you're welcome here, my friend.
Well, is there any more rooms, Dimitri, or what's about to happen here? You talked about this volcanic explosion.
Let's go back to fine and okay. Sorry, I'm in the quiet zone now.
Yeah, this room is more of my pace. I'll tell you what, I'm up all hours of the night going to a room like this.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna take a little break here, James.
Yeah.
I think that's all the rooms, and honestly, I'm pretty tuckered out.
Well, I don't blame you.
It's absolute sauna in here.
I really appreciate you going undercover and risking your safety for the show. It really means a lot.
I love this show and I love you. And honestly, I hope it doesn't sound weird, but I'd love to see. I would have loved to see you here.
Well, look, you know what? Let me ask you: do they ever do a father-son night? Because Dimitri, if it's not out of bounds, I know that your dad has been on the show. You've always been kind of like a son to me, right? I don't have kids of my own. I can't have kids because I'm not with anyone.
Right.
But you've always been like a son to me.
Oh well, I appreciate that, James. I mean, I prefer if we go play baseball than maybe come here for that particular type of activity.
Hold on.
Yep.
You tell me you want to play. You want to play catch with me?
Yeah, I would love to play catch with you, Dad. I mean, James. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's well, maybe we can do that this weekend, right? It's supposed to be pretty nice.
I got homework, but I can put it off.
Well, maybe we throw the ball around. I help you with that homework.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. I'd really like that. Should I bring a mitt or?
Just tell your mother I'll pick you up around 11.
Okay, cool. That's awesome.
Well, Dimitri, look, thanks. I really appreciate it. I'll you know what? Ice cream's on me.
Whoa, Mr. McGee, that's fucking awesome. Okay, all right, I'm gonna get out of here. This has been Dimitri reporting the news, and back to you, James. Great show.
Dimitri Kyres, I'm not quite sure that was the news. And when I say that I'm not quite sure, I mean I'm 100% certain that was not the news. That was Dimitri live infiltrating a sex party. Look, guys, let's get to the show's winding down. I should have been asleep an hour ago, right? A guy my age gets real tuckered once the sun starts to go down. And I know some people out there saying, come on, James, you're not that old. You're right. Okay? I'll admit it. 33 years old, going on 34. And even though I spent the last hour and change telling you, and frankly telling myself I'm old and I'm washed up, I'm an old fuddy-duddy, as the kids say, part of me feels like it's not too late for me, you know? I see Steph talking about these vaccination dildos, and that just sounds so youthful and fun. She's dancing, she's cutting a rug, she's getting her groove thing on. And then I see Sarah, and she's wearing some sunglasses. She's drinking out of a straw. Everyone knows straws are youthful. It's the most youthful way to drink a drink, whether it's in a juice box or otherwise. And I see Dimitri, he's having himself a time at a sex party. Dimitri even touched a boob tonight, right? And that's one of the most youthful things you can do, is enjoy the touch of another. Maybe it's not over for me, right? Maybe I got this weekend to turn it around. And you know what? I'm a man of long-term goals. If it's not this weekend, maybe it's next weekend. Maybe it'll take 10 weekends. All I know is this, is that you tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and you don't want to get beat over the head by an old crotch of a man, right? You want someone who's going to excite you, entice you, and electrify you. And I want to be that guy. I can be an electrifying guy. Look at this. I'll drop a button right now. Sure, I'm wearing a t-shirt underneath, but give me a chance. I'll get there. Guys, I got a lot to think about. It's how to be a more fun party host for you, because the summer's on the way, and I'm going to make you a promise. The second pinky swear of the night, that I'm going to turn it up this summer. But it's going to take some work, and I need you to be supportive, and I need you to tune in. I need you to be there with me. So with that being said, I want to wish you a good weekend. Stay safe. Have fun. Maybe walk through a sprinkler, because that's youthful, right? Just stay away from the kids, because it's weird. Until then, I'm James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and of course, be well.